Throughout life, our body undergoes many changes, and the male body, particularly the penis, experiences significant transformations. These changes may raise questions, create doubts, and sometimes even lead to frustration. But here's the good news. All of this is part of the natural aging process, and understanding these changes can help you lead a fulfilling, intimate life, no matter your age. In this video, I will explain the transformations the male body undergoes after the age of 60, including changes in elasticity, sensitivity, and testosterone levels, and how these affect intimacy. You will learn how to maintain a fulfilling and meaningful sex life as you age. I promise that this video will offer valuable insights, practical advice, and emotional support that will change your perspective on intimacy in this new life phase. Stay with me until the end, as I will not only share important information that every man over 60 should know, but also show you how to embrace these changes with confidence, strengthening your emotional and physical connection with your partner. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a video. Your support means a lot to me. And if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue sharing these valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. Today, I want to address an important and often overlooked topic, one that is often shrouded in silence in our society, but affects millions of men worldwide: the changes the male penis undergoes after the age of 60. And I will do so with the respect, empathy, and professionalism that this topic deserves. I want you to know that this discussion is specifically for those who are already over 50 and are experiencing this phase of maturity with questions, uncertainties, or perhaps even fears. Life is an adventure that unfolds in several phases, and every age brings its challenges and questions. If you find yourself in this life phase, I invite you to stay with me until the end of this presentation, as I am convinced that this conversation will be enriching and will provide valuable information and clarifications on topics often seen as taboo or misunderstood. It is important to understand that the human body is constantly in motion from our birth to our final days. Every part of us, whether our organs, our skin, our muscles, or our minds, changes over the years. And this naturally includes the male penis. But what changes can we expect after the age of 60? Is what's happening to you normal? And most importantly, how can you continue to lead a fulfilling and satisfying intimate life despite these completely natural changes? We will explore these questions together. The first notable change the male penis undergoes with age is its elasticity. Over time, the tissues in this part of our body tend to become less flexible. This phenomenon affects not only the penis, but also other parts of the body. It's a natural process that is part of the aging process. Muscles, for example, lose some of their firmness, and the skin, including that of the penis, begins to thin and lose its elasticity. This can have a direct impact on firmness during intercourse. Before the age of 60, most men can achieve erections more easily and maintain them longer. But with age, this process can become slower and less firm. The loss of elasticity in the tissues can also reduce blood flow in this region, which directly impacts erections. This can lead to erections lasting less time or becoming harder to maintain. This situation is completely natural and by no means you are losing your masculinity or cannot have a fulfilling intimate life. It is simply an aspect of the aging process. However, it is important to note that this change should not be considered irreversible, as adjustments can be made to maintain a satisfying sex life. The second aspect to consider is the volume and size of the penis, which can also change with age. This is a combination of various factors, including a reduction in testosterone, changes in blood flow, and alterations in body tissue. The loss of muscle tone, including the muscles responsible for erections, can contribute to a different appearance. The penis may appear smaller or less tense, especially at rest. In addition, The skin of the penis may loosen and lose elasticity, causing the organ to appear softer outside of arousal. Again, these changes are natural but can affect some men's self-confidence in their body. This phenomenon is often accompanied by a decrease in libido, which can be caused by the decline in testosterone levels in the body with age. This reduction in testosterone can lead to a decrease in sexual desire, frequency of erections, and changes in the duration of intercourse. This is not necessarily a sign that you are no longer capable of having a fulfilling sex life. It is simply part of the aging process. However, many solutions exist to actively maintain libido and preserve a fulfilling sex life. And it is entirely possible to find a balance even after the age of 60. Changes in diet, physical exercise, and open communication with your partner can be effective ways to mitigate some of these effects. Another important change involves the frequency of morning erections. Before the age of 60, many men experience spontaneous erections in the morning, which is a sign of good physical and hormonal health. With age, however, this frequency may decrease. This can be caused by a general decrease in hormonal activity and less efficient blood flow to the genital area. While this can be a sign of aging, it does not necessarily indicate a health problem. However, if more noticeable changes or persistent difficulties arise, it may be wise to consult a healthcare professional to rule out underlying causes, such as heart problems or erectile dysfunction. To conclude, it's important to talk about how to maintain a fulfilling, intimate life and continue enjoying intimate relationships even after the age of 60. This often requires a shift in expectations and open communication with your partner. Sex after the age of 60 should not only be performance-oriented, but focused on emotional connection, tenderness, and intimacy. Many men find that sex after 60 can be deeper, more fulfilling, and emotionally enriching. It's important to remain open to adjustments and discoveries that can enrich your intimate life, even with the physical changes that come with aging. In summary, it is important to remember that all these changes are natural and part of the aging process. They should not be seen as a loss, but as a new life phase that can be just as fulfilling as the others. With a positive attitude, the willingness to take care of yourself, and open communication with your partner, it is entirely possible to continue having fulfilling, intimate experiences after the age of 60. This is closely related to a biological phenomenon that is important to understand: the circulatory system. After the age of 60, it is common for blood flow to be less efficient than in younger years. The blood filling the erectile tissue during arousal comes with less pressure. Additionally, the walls of blood vessels may become stiffer, a phenomenon known as arteriosclerosis, which makes the process even more difficult. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons helpful, please comment number 1 below to let me know you are still watching with me. Erectile dysfunction is one of the most common problems for men over 60. Studies show that between 40% and 70% of men in this age group experience some level of erectile dysfunction. But don't worry, even though it's a delicate topic, there are many ways to address it from both a health and psychological perspective. It is not an unavoidable fate, and many men can continue to lead a fulfilling, intimate life despite the challenges of aging. Another key factor affecting the male penis after 60 is the decline in testosterone levels. Testosterone is the hormone responsible for sexual desire and many other functions in the male body. Starting at age 40, its production gradually decreases, but this decline becomes more significant after 60. With lower testosterone levels, it's normal for men to feel a decrease in sexual desire. The urge is no longer as strong as in youth, and the need for intimacy occurs less frequently. But this doesn't mean the enjoyment disappears. The importance lies in rediscovering sexuality in a new way and taking time to figure out what brings joy and satisfaction. Sexual activity at this age may be less impulsive, but deeper and more emotionally connected. It's a phase where the quality of the relationship matters more than the speed of the act itself. This is the ideal time to discover new forms of intimacy, where fun is not just measured by the firmness of the penis, but by the depth of connection with the partner. This often requires more attention to each other's emotional and physical needs, listening, and respect for each person's rhythms. This approach gives sexuality a new dimension and can significantly enrich the intimate experience, making the relationship a true exchange of tenderness and closeness. It's also important to understand that, although the body changes with age, the need to be loved and appreciated still exists. This need for emotional and physical closeness doesn't disappear, but it may manifest differently. This change in approach can even be beneficial as it allows partners to rediscover aspects of their relationship that were previously overlooked or underestimated. So even after the age of 60, intimacy can still be a source of happiness, satisfaction, and emotional well-being. By talking openly about these changes and adjusting our expectations, it is entirely possible to maintain a fulfilling and satisfying sex life while caring for our physical and mental health. The key lies in openness, adaptability, and the desire to create genuine moments of connection with your partner, emphasizing the emotional aspect of intimacy, which makes the experience richer and more meaningful. After the age of 60, it is common for men to experience a decrease in sensitivity in the penis. This reduction in the ability to perceive stimuli can make it more difficult to reach orgasm or to last longer. Some men also report that pleasure is felt differently, perhaps less intensely than before. This change is partly due to the loss of elasticity and blood flow we mentioned earlier, but also due to the reduction in nerve endings. The nerves responsible for transmitting sensations become less sensitive, making the intimate experience less stimulating than in youth. This change in sensitivity may initially be confusing, but with patience and the right support, it's possible to adapt to the new sensations and still enjoy a fulfilling intimate life. It's important to emphasize that these physical changes do not mean the end of intimacy. On the contrary, they invite a discovery of sexuality. With age, sexuality changes and takes on a new form. This can be an opportunity to reinvent the way intimacy is experienced. It is possible to have a fulfilling sex life, even if the physical sensations are less intense. What is crucial now is to appreciate the intimate act beyond simple physical sensations and to focus on the emotional aspect and the connection with the partner. Intimacy can be experienced in other ways, but it can still bring great satisfaction and deep enjoyment. In this regard, it is essential to understand that sexuality in later life should not be compared to sexuality in youth. It should be seen as a new step in discovery, a moment where you learn to rediscover your own body and that of your partner. This step can offer new ways of connection, expressions of love, and sharing intimate moments. The approach may change, but the pursuit of enjoyment and closeness remains the core of the experience. However, it's not just about the body. The mind also plays a crucial role in how we experience sexuality at any age. Mental and emotional attitudes become more important as we age. Men over 60 may sometimes experience a loss of self-confidence due to these physical changes. Erectile dysfunction, a lack of desire, or a reduced libido can lead to feelings of frustration, anxiety, or shame. These emotions can negatively affect intimate life, but they can also be overcome. It's important to approach these concerns with openness and empathy, both for yourself and your partner. Communication plays a central role in this. Open discussion about expectations, desires, and concerns helps reduce fears and build trust. Sometimes it may be helpful to consult a specialist such as a sex therapist who can help address the emotional challenges associated with these physical changes. Accepting these new challenges, combined with a positive approach, can make this life phase a time of rediscovery and renewal. Men can still find a fulfilling, more conscious, and intimate sex life by focusing on shared enjoyment, paying attention to each other's needs, and discovering new forms of intimacy. It's important to remember that sexuality is not defined solely by physical performance. Emotional intimacy and open communication with your partner become fundamental elements in maintaining a satisfying relationship. Sexuality in later life is not about seeking physical perfection, but about the ability to connect emotionally, share moments of affection, and create mutual understanding. You should not be afraid to discuss these topics with your partner. On the contrary, this can strengthen emotional bonds and help the relationship grow on a deeper level. A candid conversation about these changes can not only reduce fears, but also pave the way for enriching and authentic experiences. It also creates a space where both partners feel understood and supported, which is essential for a healthy and fulfilling intimate relationship. Sometimes these conversations may be difficult, but they are necessary to maintain the quality of the relationship and intimacy. It's important to understand that any physical adjustments that may occur are by no means a challenge to the man's values or masculinity, but an integral part of the natural aging process. Male psychology also plays an important role in how men perceive these changes. Some view them as a loss of masculinity, a decrease in their power or desire to prove their masculinity, while in reality, this is just a natural bodily change. This misconception can lead to feelings of shame, frustration, or self-doubt. Here lies the importance of educating oneself and debunking the taboo around aging, accepting that each life phase brings its changes, and understanding that love and sexuality are not solely dependent on physical performance. True masculinity lies in self-confidence, understanding, and the ability to offer the partner a deep connection, regardless of the appearance of the body or physical changes. Friends, the changes that the male penis undergoes after the age of 60 are not a fate. They are simply part of a new life phase, a time full of wisdom and new perspectives. Sexuality changes, yes, but it does not disappear. It's an opportunity to redefine what brings us joy and satisfaction, to discover new forms of intimate connection, and to nurture deeper, enriching relationships. With knowledge, patience, and good communication with our partners, we can still enjoy our intimacy, perhaps even in a deeper and more meaningful way than ever before. If you're still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment on number 2 below to let me know you're still watching with me. These changes are a testament to the wisdom gained over the years and the beauty of an evolving relationship. We have the opportunity to enjoy intimacy in a new light, more consciously connected, and perhaps even more fulfilling. Sexuality after 60 is far from the end. It's a new beginning, a new adventure to be lived to the fullest. Thank you for staying with me until the end of this important conversation. I hope you feel better informed and empowered by the changes that can occur in intimacy and the body as we grow older. So, what have you learned so far? Maybe you've discovered new information about how our bodies change after the age of 60, or perhaps you've understood the importance of emotional connection and open communication in maintaining intimacy. I would love to hear your thoughts. Comment below and share one thing you've learned and will apply in your life. Let's continue this conversation and support each other on this journey of growth and understanding. If you enjoyed this video, leave a comment below and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel to get more valuable content. Thank you for being with us, and I look forward to reading your comments.